Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we're going to do a little play on words, and we are going to talk about some of the intermittent fasting lies that are still circulating around the conversations that people are having about fasting and how we are debunking that here. And we know that we are debunking a lot of those lies because, in fact, the things that are being lied about are actually helping women lose weight. So go with me on this one, and we're going to kind of walk through it, have a little discussion about it. If you have heard one of these lies, let me know in the comment section. Then also let me know if you've debunked it for yourself. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Diane Parham. I'm the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as our Midlife Mindset Shift course, which is a coaching program that is designed for our graduates of the Intermittent Fasting class. We always love having our new members join us, as well as our graduates returning to the conversation. Let me go ahead and get started. Please use the comment section. The way I run these talks here is I do a little live coaching in the beginning over the topic that we're going to be discussing, and then I open up the floor for community comments and questions, and a place for you to kind of get a little shout out if you're finding success with intermittent fasting. It's been a week for me, y'all, so bear with me. I'm just a little bit kind of under the energy weather, but we're going to get through it today. And I'm going to promise to give you a great coaching lesson and conversation. So the lie, the one that we hear a lot is women shouldn't fast. It messes with their hormones. So I think the lie that we hear and the way we kind of take in that information is, oh my gosh, especially if we're in menopause, the last thing I want to have happen is my hormones be messed up because I already feel like they're messed up. So the lie is that we get warned that it's going to mess with our hormones. But where we're finding relief with weight loss is the fact that, yes, in fact, it is messing with our hormones. And the hormones that we want intermittent fasting to mess with are our hunger hormones, the hormones that are so out of balance as we transition through perimenopause into menopause. And the truth is they were probably even out of balance before that. They just didn't affect us the way they do when other hormones are at play. And so insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and even our neuropeptides, how our brain responds when we're in and around food situations, they're all out of balance. And then intermittent fasting is the best way and the best approach and the best lifestyle for us to practice in order to get those hormones back into balance. And once your hormones are in balance, or they're quote unquote messed with, you will actually have an opportunity to lose weight, because insulin is the primary hormone that gets messed with intermittent fasting, meaning that we're just going to not let insulin run the show anymore. We're going to put insulin in its place. We're going to reverse some of the damage that it has done to us, and then we will be in a weight loss opportunity. So if you've heard the lie that women shouldn't fast because it messes with their hormones, I want you to get excited about that and go, yep, we know it messes with our hormones. We're going to get the hormones that we need to get into check so that we can, in fact, lose weight. Our community is a perfect example of debunking this lie, or if you want, we're using it in our favor. When women should fast differently than men. Okay. Intermittent fasting especially is done within a 24-hour window. Women and men both have 24-hour opportunities in which they can choose to fast, and then they can feast. So why do we have to break things up into gender when everyone has the same opportunity within a 24-hour period to make decisions for themselves? So this is the lie when we know here that women just asking themselves every single day, how long should I fast today and how well should I feast today? Those could fall perfectly in line with how a man is fasting. We don't need to do it differently. We need to do it for us, right? And so what I say is, okay, everyone has 24 hours in a day. Fast for you, the individual. If you find a good flow with the way you're deciding to show up in your own 24-hour window, and you can ask yourself every single day, here's a new opportunity for me. How long am I going to fast today? How well am I going to feast today? That should be granted to anyone and everyone and should not be specific to gender. So you decide for you how it is that you want to fast. Again, here in this community, we are using the same protocols as everybody else. We're just using them in favor of how it is we want to show up for our day. So here's the lie, and here's how we're using that to lose weight. Okay, the next one. Fasting causes women to have food issues. More specifically, there have been a lot of warnings that if you intermittent fast or you practice fasting, that you're going to develop mental and emotional issues with food or food. I don't want to really get into naming things, but it's just been a warning that's been out there. And what we found here in this community is just the opposite takes effect. And what we've actually found is that the food issues that usually come up are a lot of the things that we would never even notice until we move food out of the equation. And that's one of the biggest plays or one of the biggest flexes, I think, that we get with practicing an intermittent fasting lifestyle is we in fact remove the problem, right? So what we're being told is going to cause us issues, which is the lie, is where we are actually reaping the biggest benefits with food. And because we can move it out of our equation, we don't have to make decisions about it. We get to sit in that state of hungry. And then any food issues that we actually do have, we get to have this clear sense of why it's an issue for us. And we have that empowered feeling to make an informed decision on whether we still want to have that in or we still don't. It also helps us have an opportunity to discover a lot of things that we're intolerant to, which is also a food issue. And how removing that thing or having an opportunity to test it out is allowing us, again, the opportunity to lose weight because we are uncovering things that are causing us to have problems. So fasting causes women to have food issues is the lie. And we are proving that is one of the biggest flexes that we have here in our community and is in fact helping us lose weight. And then you shouldn't fast the same way every day. This is the one that always just stops me in my tracks because fasting is not our problem. Feasting is always the thing that catches us in trouble, right? So if you fast the same way every day, but you play around with that feasting window, you're going to uncover a lot of really interesting things about you and your life, right? So you should fast the same way every day and then let where you're going to make some variations fall in the feasting window. Because remember, when you feast too fast, your feast is the thing that's going to determine what you get from your fast the next day. So your fast is always going to be different because your body's going to come at your next fast in a completely different way. And how you show up for that fast is ultimately how you're going to lose the weight. So the lie, you shouldn't fast the same way every day, is exactly what we do here. We fast the same way every day. 20 hours clean whenever we have that opportunity to incorporate that dynamic into the lifestyle that we're creating for ourselves. And then when we really realize that fasting is never the problem or consistently fasting is not the problem, oftentimes the problem is jumping off and in and out of the fasting lifestyle, or the problem is what you're doing in your feasting window. So my advice is fast the same way every day. Consider what it is you're doing in your feasting window and then see how that next fast feels for you and ultimately what it provides for you and what it is we're all shooting for here. And that's waking up every day, looking and feeling our best and living our most authentic lives. So take the lies. I always say if it's something that's being shouted from the rooftops and it's a big warning exclusively to us women, we should test it out. And a lot of those lies that we have all heard over the years about how it is we're supposed to be so different with the fasting community has really all those lies have really created some of the biggest opportunities for us as women to lose the weight. And that's exactly what we're all shooting for here, because we know when we can get rid of that weight, we can get rid of that inflammation, we can get rid of some of these pesky little things that pop up for us in menopause. That truly is the opportunity for us to show up as our most authentic selves. And that's my goal here for everyone. So if you are interested in joining us for the intermittent fasting course, we do debunk a lot of those lies by living them out loudly and proudly with this lifestyle that we are creating for ourselves. And again, we know that that is true because we have so many women here in our community that are living these lies every single day and in fact actually losing weight. So I say we keep doing that for sure, and hopefully some of these lies will just be put to rest. Okay, let's see who we have in our community today. Ka Labrate, hello, so good to have you join us, my girl. Liz, home from sunny Croatia to rainy Maryland. Well, girl, you know, you can't live in paradise forever. So glad you have all those memory making moments that you can rely on a rainy day in Maryland. Been fasting for 53 hours and 72 goal for autoimmune diseases. Because I fasted for a long travel, I decided to continue for a few more hours to see if it helps. Yeah, for sure, girlfriend. Remember, a good long fast is the best way to reset your circadian rhythm, right? And you know, just crossing time zones, being on an airplane, even just being on an airplane, if you stay within, you know, the continental United States, is a thing that just taxes our system. So the best way to get your system back on track is to create a nice long fast for you. And it sounds like that's what you're doing. I can't wait for things to bounce back for you and for you to be living your most authentic life in Maryland off of vacation. Susan, August 22 grad, started 20-hour fasting July 22nd or 2022. Have been on one meal a day for most of that time and have lost 40 pounds and kept it off. So thanks for living the lie, my friend. You know, fasting, we shouldn't be fasting the same way every day. You are fasting the same way every day and are in fact losing weight. So I always say, you know, when there's big warnings for a select group of people, I am one of those kind of people who likes to go in and stir the pot and just prove that lie is, you know, I don't know why people keep trying to keep the best things from us, but I like to debunk those. And it sounds like you're doing the same thing. So you keep doing you, girlfriend, and you keep doing that loud and proud. Okay. We have a quaint and small audience here today. So I'm going to bust out of here early. Like I said, I'm kind of feeling a little out of sync today. So we got the message out. I hope you will like this, share this, live it up to your friends, making sure that they know that some of the stuff that they're hearing on the internet, although, you know, sounds newsworthy, may not be in fact something that we need to listen to, and we should test it out for ourselves. If you're really looking to change your life and you want to lose some weight, the consistency over time is always going to be the best approach, and how it is you're showing up for yourself and how you're thinking about who you are and what you want to be as a woman ultimately will be the thing that's going to change the game for you. Leona, you're welcome, girlfriend. June 23 grad. I love the 24 IF. Another consistency over time person here in our community. We love that you stopped in to say hello. Okay, I will see you guys back here on Monday, noon Central Standard Time. If you need anything from me, always feel free to reach out.